This thing weighs over 2 tons, but it does 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Most supercars can't even do that. This is the 2025 BMW X6 M Competition, and it is fast, crazy fast. On paper, it shouldn't work. A coupe SUV with the weight of a Land Cruiser, the shape of a spaceship, and the soul of an M5 CS. It's bulky, it's dramatic, and it's expensive. But it doesn't care what's sensible. It's not here to be average. The X6M isn't just about performance, it's about presence. You don't just drive this car, you announce yourself. But this isn't just a flex piece. It's engineering fiery disguised as a luxury cruiser. So therefore, everything from the 22-inch forged wheels to the aggressive stance screams move or be moved. BMW gave it the S68 engine, a 4.4cc twin turbocharged V8 pushing 617 horsepower. But here's the kicker. It's now paired up to a 48-volt milled hybrid system, buried so deep you'd never know it's there until you feel how sharp the throttle is. 0 to 100, just 3.7 seconds. In an SUV, let that sink in. This is the kind of powertrain that makes you question physics. Brutal, refined, and relentless. Always ready to snap your neck back. It's the same setup used in some of their most savage M cars. And if you're thinking, how is it going to survive Kampala potholes? Let me tell you this. The adaptive M suspension, active roll stabilization, and a brain that reads the road before you even blink. It's built for the Autobahn, but crazy enough to thrive on Entebbe Express. I mean, just look at it. The 2025 BMW X6 M Competition. It looks like it's kept leg day, but it's squatting 617 horsepower, so we will allow it. From the front, it's all intimidation. The blacked out kidney grills, laser sharp adaptive LED headlights, and the massive air intakes. Now let's talk about these lights, or should I say, weapons. BMW gave the X6M a facelift, and these new adaptive LED headlights are thinner, sharper, and more dramatic than ever. They ditched the old dual halo look for this split eye design, so now it looks like it's squinting at you in disapproval. Like, you really thought your Mac X was fast? And when you see them light up at night, I get why so many reviewers refer to them as snake eyes. Because let's be honest, that's what they look like. Plus, they swivel with the steering, adjust brightness automatically, and they'll even dim around pedestrians, because scaring people should be optional, not standard. The 22-inch forged wheels aren't just for show. They're wrapped in rubber that bites into the tarmac for extra grip. Then you've got these carbon mirror caps, M fender vents, and a cut-off line so dramatic it looks like it was styled mid-argument. And at the back, quad exhausts that don't whisper, they bark loudly in German. Take a listen. Step inside and it's luxury. Merino leather, carbon fiber panels, a 14-inch infotainment, and a 12-inch digital instrument cluster screen. Once you open the door, it gets serious. This is what I like to call BMW's M Command Center. First thing you notice, the merino leather. Soft like luxury, firm like purpose, everything you touch feels expensive. Because it is. The M seats hug you like you know what to do with 617 horsepower. You sit low, but high enough to remind yourself that you're still in an SUV. It's a strange balance, but it works. In front of you is BMW's curved display, effortlessly running iDrive 8.5. Yes, it looks clean. Yes, it's futuristic. But BMW ditched the VSCO button, so adjusting the AC can also take a second to learn. Everything lives in the screen now. Want to adjust the AC, you've got to swipe. Want to change the fan speed, you may need a tutorial. Therefore, it looks clean, but there's a slight learning curve. Luxury comes with layers. Other notable features include gesture controls, wireless Apple CarPlay, and a heads-up display. Then there is the Harman Kardon surround sound, 20 speakers. Then you notice the little things that BMW enthusiasts will appreciate. The steering is thick, grippy, and stitched in the iconic M tricolor, red, blue, and violet. And the seat belts, they're also wearing the M stripes too. You've got USB-C charging ports built right into the back of the driver and passenger seats. Yes, it has 5 seats, and yes, you can fit luggage in the back. But don't let the SUV badge fool you. This sloping roofline eats into cargo space. Therefore, it's practical, but not family trip Tumbara practical. It's an SUV, but this is a performance weapon first. Now let's talk about what really matters, the drive. First of all, this thing should not be able to move the way it does. It weighs over 2 tons, has a silhouette of a nightclub bouncer, but it moves like it's late for a flight. Under your right foot is 617 horsepower from a twin turbocharged V8, plus a 48mm hybrid system that makes the throttle feel instant, like the car read your mind before you pressed it. 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds. In an SUV, that's quicker than most sports cars and definitely quicker than your ego can recover from being overtaken by one. In comfort mode, the X6M is firm but livable. Stiff enough to remind you it's serious, but soft enough for Kampala's roads to forgive you. But once you switch to Sport Plus, it sharpens up like a knife. Suspension tightens, the steering gets heavier, the gear changes also start hitting harder. And the exhausts, it stops purring and starts plotting. The X-Drive keeps you glued on the road, but not in a boring, no fun way. It's rear-based, so you can still get a sense of play in the corners, just enough to keep you honest. It's not floaty, it's not lazy, it's not soft. This is a fast, angry machine dressed like an SUV. And when you're cruising, it can calm down. It's civilized, quiet even, until you tap the throttle again, and then it's back to violence. Driving this isn't about getting from A to B, it's about reminding every car you pass that there's still a C. So, of course, I had to test it. I did a couple of 0 to 60 runs, not because I had to, but because when you're holding 617 horsepower under your right foot, restraint isn't really an option. BMW claims 3.7 seconds, and let me tell you, that number is not for marketing. It's real. This thing launches like it's allergic to being second. There's barely any drama, just grip, torque, and disbelief. It hooks you up instantly thanks to the all-wheel drive and the 48mm hybrid system that fills in any hesitation like any good co-driver. You blink and you're doing 100. You look down and you're wondering if this was legal. Spoiler, it wasn't. The first time I launched it, my brain lagged behind. The second time, my passenger started praying. And by the third, I realized this isn't an SUV pretending to be fast. It's a missile pretending to be practical. Even the shifts are brutal, crisp, fast, and timed like a boxer's jab. You feel every gear change in your chest. And yet in traffic, it behaves smooth, composed, and well-mannered, like it's hiding its criminal record until you tap the M button. The X6M doesn't just go fast. It makes speed feel personal. You're not driving, you're launching every single time. As much as I love this thing, it's not perfect. First up, the ride quality. Even in comfort mode, it's still stiff. Not unbearable, but you feel everything. Ugandan roads will remind you that you're not in an air-suspended GLE. The steering is sharp, yes, but it's also heavy, especially in Sport Plus. Great on the highway, but in tight corners, you're doing a mini arm workout. Then there is the interior controls. BMW removed most of the physical buttons, so now everything lives inside the screen. It does look sleek, but try adjusting the speed while doing 120. Good luck. The boot space also takes a hit. Thanks to the cool roofline, it looks mean from the outside, but try loading bulky stuff and you'll wish you had an X5 instead. And finally, fuel economy. You don't buy a twin turbo V8 expecting miracles, but even by performance SUV standards, this thing brings fast. You'll enjoy every second of driving it and regret every visit to the pump. But then again, if you're buying an X6 M Competition and worrying about fuel, you're in the wrong tax bracket. You could cross-shop this with the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, AMG GLE 63S, or the Audi RSQ8. But the BMW undercuts most of them in price while keeping pace in performance. The BMW X6 M Competition is listed on our website, mujibexotics.com, for only $195,000 at the time of posting this video. And yes, that's inclusive of URA taxes. The prices are of course negotiable depending on payment terms. We accept cash, bank financing, crypto, and even trade-ins. So if you're ready to move different or you're sitting on a car that wants an upgrade, we've got you covered. Therefore, if you're chasing speed per dollar and with an unapologetic attitude, this is your best buy. This isn't for someone who wants to blend in. This is for someone who pulls up late to meetings just to be seen. This is for the loud, bold, and confident. The fearless. Would you take this over the GLE 63S or the Audi RSQ8? Let me know in the comment section. Mujib Exotics signing out.